Welcome students to your DCA over the age of Jackson. Please, at the top of your page in the right hand corner on the title page, put your name, student number, and then class, period. And then open up to number 1. If South Carolina considers the revenue laws unconstitutional and has the right to prevent their execution in the port of Charleston, there would be a clear constitutional objection to their collection in every port, and no revenue could be collected anywhere. President Andrew Jackson, 1832. Another word for revenue would be taxes or money taken in. I would highlight this first sentence. If South Carolina considers the revenue laws unconstitutional. President Andrew Jackson said this in 1832. Reading the question, which statement best describes Andrew Jackson's viewpoint in the excerpt above? A. He thought the states would justify and nullify the federal laws. I would underline and understand what nullifying means. B. He disagreed with the claim that states had the right to nullify federal law. Again, I would understand what the word nullify and who he is in both of those. C. He saw it as a threat to the government's ability to negotiate with Native American Indians. D. He believed that it gave the Supreme Court the power to judicial review to the states. Choose your best answer. Number 2. What brought about a peaceful resolution to the nullification crisis? I would underline peaceful or highlight resolution and also the nullification crisis. A peaceful resolution could also mean a peaceful end. A. Andrew Jackson accepted South Carolina's right to nullify a federal law. B. Andrew Jackson threatened to invade South Carolina. C. John C. Calhoun encouraged South Carolina to accept federal authority. D. Henry Clay negotiated the compromise tariff of 1833. So which of these choices is the best answer for the peaceful end or resolution to the nullification crisis? Number 3. President Jackson gained the power to negotiate resettlement treaties with American Indian tribes as a result of, I would highlight resettlement, and we're talking about here resettling the Native Americans. Choice A. Purchase of the Louisiana from France opened up the western lands. B. Passage of the Indian Removal Act. C. The U.S. acquisition of Florida and Spain. D. U.S. Supreme Court decision in Gibbons versus Ogden. And now you just choose your best answer. Let me pull this down. Number 4. Southerners objected to the tariffs of abomination because. I would highlight Southerners objected. And another word for objected would be disagree with. A. Decrease the size of the plantations. B. Tax domestic agricultural products. C. Remove taxes from foreign agricultural imports. D. Made foreign manufactured goods more expensive. So which is the best answer why the Southerners objected or disagreed with the tariffs of abomination? Number 5. Why was Andrew Jackson's election in 1828 significant to the development of American politics? I would underline, why was Andrew Jackson's election in 1828 significant? And please understand that significant also means important. And important to what? We're talking about American politics. Choice A. It was the first to impose a poll tax on voters. B. It was the first election when black males could vote for president. C. It led to the development of the Republican Party. D. It was more democratic as suffrage was extended to more white males. I would definitely understood or think about what the word suffrage means in this choice. Looking at your other choices, make your best selection. Number 6, we have an excerpt here. The excerpt reads, "We, therefore, the people of the state of South Carolina, in convention assembled, do declare laws for the imposing of duties and impost on the importation of foreign commodities, and now having actual operation and effect within the United States, are unauthorized by the Constitution of the United States and violate the true meaning and intent, therefore are null and void, and no law nor binding upon this state, its officers or citizens." And this is from the South Carolina Ordinance of Nullification. Another word for ordinance is law. Over here, I would write what you know about the nullification crisis. You do it in bullet format right here, and then use these notes to help choose the best answer. Okay, we have a flow chart up here. This leads to this, leads to this, and then we have a question mark right here. So, Congress reauthorized the second bank of the United States. I would highlight that. President Jackson vetoes the reauthorization bill. President Jackson vetoes. President Jackson orders all federal money to be deposited in state banks. Monies deposited in state banks. So this leads to this, leads to this, and now what was the ending result? Okay? So, which of the following best completes this diagram? A, manufacturing in the United States increased. B, the economic downturn of the Panic of 1837. C, the spoils system was practiced in the federal government. D, suffrage was expanded to more groups. So, which answer from here would best fit here? Number 8. The Cherokee Nation then is a district community occupying its own territory in which the laws of Georgia can have no force. I would definitely highlight own territory. This is from Chief Justice John Marshall in the court case Worcester versus Georgia, 1832. The statement, President Andrew Jackson's response to the Supreme Court's decision was significant because Jackson's response, significant. And in other words, for significant is always important. A. Established the rule that the President outranks the Chief Justice. B. Showed how the system of checks and balances worked effectively. C. Ignored the Supreme Court's authority to interpret the Constitution. D. Upheld the President's constitutional right to veto the Supreme Court decisions. Number 9. The great and leading principle is that the general government came from the people of several states, acting in their separate and sovereign capacity, and not from all of the people forming one political community. This was from Vice President John C. Calhoun statement made during the nullification crisis, and when supporting which of the following issues. Supporting could mean which issue is similar. Universal suffrage, A. B. Federal power. C. States' rights. D. Unalienable rights. You could look at these and pick which one or two would definitely not fit and throw those away, and then get your choice down to one or two. Okay, we have a map that's titled The Relocation of the American Indians in the 1830s. And you look the direction and where the Native Americans were moved to. The statement or the question, what was a major reason for the federal government's involvement in the relocation depicted in this map? Major reason could also be why did the government, do it? So, looking at your choices. To persuade the American Indians to become farmers. B. To gain access to important rivers. C. To punish American Indian tribes who were allies with the British. D. To acquire valuable agricultural land and natural resources. The first thing I would do with this one is I would pick at least one and throw it away. Then look at your 2 or 3 that are left and choose the one that would fit. Why did the government do it?